Hello everyone. We are going to be dealing with some produce right now that I really need to deal with. So I have these white onions that I really want to use, and I want to make pickled onions like for sandwiches. I realize you usually use red onions for pickled onions, but you know, I saw some recipes with white onions, so I was like, why not? Let's just try it. Onions are just getting old, so I just want to use them. I actually had a purple onion and I was all set to make pickled red onion, purple onion, whatever. And then I realized it was bad. So definitely took too long. I was like, it can't be that different with white onion, right? I saw a couple recipes for like turmeric onions. It makes it like bright yellow, and I thought that was kind of fun. But my eyes and my hands and my everything is burning. And is it stupid the first time doing a recipe to make a large amount of it? Maybe, but I'm willing to take that risk. Wait, I literally have a mandolin. I'm stupid. Silly Emily. Onions. It's probably about two large onions, right? Should I do a double batch? I could just make a double batch and then yeah. So just this very standard recipe, and then I'm gonna add turmeric and black pepper because the black pepper like activates the turmeric properties or whatever, right? So health and whatnot. 1.5 cups of apple cider vinegar, but not quite. So great measurings, very clear measurements today. Doing about, this is some gnarly vinegar. Why is it so chunky? I don't know. And is it okay? Don't know. Oh my god, the scoby's going crazy in here. So much scoby. A little bit less than 1/2 cup of water. Salt, a teaspoon. I'm just gonna put some big pinches in there. Sweetener. 1 to 2 tablespoons. Like that much. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. Alright. Stirring it to get off. Oh, you can heat the mixture in the microwave? That just seems so wrong, putting vinegar in the microwave. I don't know why. Shouldn't I put a bay leaf in there? Doesn't that sound good? I put it on a cool burner. I'm gonna mix in the turmeric right now, I guess. Okay. Some of my frozen garlic, and that'll help it to start to cool down because I'm scared to pour it into the jar like when it's that hot, you know? You might be like, Emily, haven't you had that for a while? Like, shouldn't you be like further into the bag? Yes, you would think that I would be if I was cooking as much as I should be cooking. This is the kind of thing I should be making a TikTok of, huh? But I'm just silly like that. I'm so old school, I guess. I don't think this is enough. I'll be completely honest. Certainly not enough. Should I just pour some apple cider vinegar back in there and some water? Is that bad? I don't think it actually needs to be like hot or anything. It's just to dissolve the stuff, right? Some of this in there, okay. Oopsies if I ruin it. Oopsies, big oopsies. Yeah, for sure. Oopsies. Oop. Put a bit of lift in there. Oh, I should have put it in first. She's gonna have a hard time. I'm quite excited for these. This is creation of mine. Get in there. So my hair is pink because I dyed it for the Barbie movie, and I don't really know how to feel about it. I like the color, but not really on me, but that's okay. I'll like it a lot better when it like fades, you know? Anyways, I have some tempeh that I got for 99 cents because it was expiring soon, and I'm going to make a sandwich with it featuring my pickled onions. In my last video, I said that you need to marinate it for it to be good, and then I didn't marinate it because I forgot. If you just season it, cook it with oil. I personally think it's good if you're putting it in something that already has other flavors going on, you know? And also I cut it really thin so that it's like picks up the seasoning better, you know? Oil, check. Tempeh, check. Seasoning. Honestly, the last time I made it, I just used the seasoning mix that I made for sandwiches, which just has like onion, paprika, pepper, garlic. Just your basic, why did I use a spoon for this? I just kind of lay them all out flat and let them like saute for a little bit and then start flipping them around again, you know? Okay. Let them cook! I'm just putting random stuff on them. Super random, extremely random. Flip around. Ooh. It's a little dry in here, so I'm gonna put some water. Yeesh. You know what? I'm gonna call that done because I'm tired of it. I'm hot. Sandwich time. Sandwich time. Sandwich time. We have some toasted bread. I'm gonna put some veganese on one half. The best. What's going on with it right now though? I have to ask. Because certain stores that usually carry it here are not carrying it. So I just want to know like what's going on, okay? I'm gonna put some of my sandwich seasoning mix on it because I made a mix for sandwiches because I'm lazy. I don't want to get out several seasonings every time I want to make a sandwich. I have some leftover tomato that I didn't write down when it was from, but I think it smells okay. Tomato always smells kind of weird to me. This is a tomato. And putting some pepper. Tomato on the mayonnaise on the bread. I bought this pickled red cabbage. Thought that would be fun. And another like vegetable. Putting some on the tomato. Greens. Right now I have spring mix. Wow, look at all those colors. This is gonna be so fun and helpful. Some tempeh now that I'm really just stacking on there. Sandwich. Stone ground mustard because I'm a grown-up now, so I'm switching to stone ground mustard rather than just yellow mustard. Honestly, I don't even, oh my lord. She's busting out. I don't even know, like, why don't I use stone ground mustard? It seems like it would be better, right? Because it's like, it's got more to it or whatever. And I love mustard. I'm a mustard fiend. Okay, so why wouldn't I be using stone ground mustard? Last but not least, I actually already made a sandwich with them, but they're really good. I like them. And I like how yellow they are. It's very fun. I don't want to put too, they look like wax peppers though. Yay, okay. The bread's turning purple. Wow. So vegetal. Other than my bread being, my $1.99 bread being kind of weak and the pickled cabbage juices soaking through it, this is delicious and I really like my onions. I probably prefer pickled red onions, but it's good to know that I can do this and I still like it, you know, if I don't have red onions. While I clean up my sandwich station, I want to take a minute to thank the sponsor of today's video, Ana Luisa. If you've never heard of Ana Luisa, they make long-lasting, tarnish-resistant jewelry that's well worth your money, let me tell you. I've actually had a few Ana Luisa pieces for years now. The necklaces that you see me wear literally in every single video because they're like the only necklaces that I wear. And I would wear them like every day. Literally, they still look beautiful. They still are in such good condition. There's hardly any signs of wear on them. And I mean, I still wear them all the time. Just now I have a few new pieces to also wear. You guys probably can tell that I'm very much about comfy, casual clothing, you know? I wear a lot of like t-shirts or like dad shirts. So I rely a lot on a little necklace to make things look a little more put together or like pretty, you know? And Ana Luisa has the perfect range of like everyday, just very universal pieces that go with everything. I could wear them to a wedding with a formal dress, or I could wear them like right now with like a tank top. What actually got me to want to try out Ana Luisa in the first place was the fact that the brand is carbon neutral and climate neutral certified, which means they offset their carbon footprint by 100%. But on top of those aspects, of course, it's also more eco-friendly to actually invest in pieces that you'll be able to wear and cherish for a long time versus buying cheapy jewelry that you'll have to like replace more often because it tarnishes or isn't very timeless, so it goes out of style or it breaks or whatever. But also what's really cool is that 100% of their pieces are also strength and humidity tested, and they also have a 2-year warranty on their pieces, so if you're not satisfied you can get a replacement or reimbursement with no questions asked, which is pretty cool. So if you want to check out Ana Luisa and get some jewelry for yourself, yourself. They have pieces starting at only $39. If you use my link in the description and use the code ewing20, you can get 20% off your order. And with that, let's get on with the rest of the video. I'm just gonna also like cut up some onions for just being onions. I'm going to use this container. No, because when you put onions in the freezer, they just make everything smell like onions. I'm gonna put them in this because I don't really care that much about this container and it has a good seal, hopefully. So yeah, I'm gonna cut up some onions just to use for when I eat onions. I'm gonna have this cut up onion over here. Maybe that's like one onion. Because I can, I'm gonna do long onion. What do you call this? On the other side. Just, you know, for if I need that. Just gonna try my best to separate them. So, like this, it might freeze all in one chunk, but it's fine. Because if I was like cooking a soup or a curry or something, I could just take the whole chunk and throw it in the pan, let it defrost, cook it. And then same with this, you know? I need to freeze all these bananas plus these bananas. And also I'm gonna try something new because I have these zucchinis. Like I mentioned in my last video, being the youngest and also the vegan, you just like end up with produce from other people that don't want it. This, and I have some corn in this bag. All just like random produce that other people handed over. And then also, this is from Casey's family, because Casey's actually also vegan and the youngest. So it's kind of like a beautiful thing, you know, community, like sharing. Hi Maple. They were actually in this plastic bag and I got scared, like I knew I needed to like put it in something else before they molded or whatever, but I wasn't gonna do it right that moment, so I just threw a paper towel in there. And now it's been several days. I was scared that they would be all horrible, but they're honestly all perfectly fine. So definitely throw a paper towel in your zucchinis if you don't have time to like cut them up right that moment, you know, just to save them. Oh, so anyways, I want to try freezing some zucchini for smoothies because I remember hearing people say to put like frozen zucchini in smoothies and it like as like filler and like makes it more creamy and obviously like easy way to get vegetables in your smoothie. They say you can't taste it. But first, the bananas. I have a very particular way of going about it because I hate like the skin of the banana. The peel always feels like dirty to me. I feel like it's always kind of like dusty feeling, so I don't really like to go straight from touching the peels, the outside of the peels, to touching the, you know, the inside, the fruit itself. So I just open it like that, like just try to break it off of the peel without touching the meat of the banana. I just kind of squeeze it out. I really hate bananas, ripe bananas being out on the counter. I hate the smell of it. It's so weird. Like, I like bananas. The smell of banana is fine. The smell of like ripening bananas, this one's too bad. And then I wash my hands, clean hands, and then I can break them up into smaller pieces. And I like to use the lid as like an extra shelf for the banana. Okay, you'll see what I mean by that if you don't know what I mean right now. And yes, it is a little bit gross. While you're freezing bananas or freezing anything, you need to like leave space in between the pieces or they'll just freeze together, you know? Like don't stack it all on top of each other because it'll just all freeze into one giant chunk and then it's really hard to separate when you want to. So I'm trying to be on that smoothie kick, you know? So I'm really like trying to get into this, trying to restock on my bananas. See, if I just put all of this in the container, they'd be all like stacked on top of each other, you know? But now I have 2 levels and then I can just set it like that, freeze it, and then flip it over. And there might be some banana on the other side of the lid, but I can just rinse it off, you know? Now I'm gonna freeze this zucchini. And I've seen some people use it without the peel. I'm sure like if you don't want your smoothie to be green, then you would want that, but I'm fine with it being green, so I'm gonna use the peel. I mean, yeah, it's like vitamins in there, right? So, okay. Zucchini. Okay, so here I'm making my little smoothie with my zucchini. And I'm basically just making the smoothie, the kind of smoothie that I make all the time, with like oats and blueberry, banana, hemp seeds, peanut butter, maybe oat milk, maybe just water, because I am putting oats in it, you know, oats plus water basically means oat milk. And usually I put spinach in here, but I think I was out of spinach. So I was just you know, gonna use the zucchini in place of the spinach. And honestly, I wouldn't say that like you can't, like I've seen people be like, oh, put frozen zucchini in your smoothie. You can't even tell it's in there. Like, of course you can tell it's in there. Like if you have a smoothie that's just fruit and then you replace some of the fruit with vegetable, it's gonna have a slight vegetal vibe to it, you know? But to me, it's like the same thing as putting spinach in my smoothie, you know? I definitely can't taste zucchini. Like I put quite a good amount in there, and it's not like you taste it and you're like, oh, it tastes like zucchini or it tastes like squash or something. Definitely not. It just has that like slight vegetableness to it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, not bad at all. It's just like one of those smoothies that has a little bit of something in there, like some spinach or something. Definitely recommend. I'm gonna keep doing this from now on whenever I have like zucchini, and I have a bunch more zucchini right now, so I definitely need to freeze it all. It's just good filler. And I did add like a little bit less banana just so I could fit the zucchini. But yeah, it was still like sweet and fruity and whatnot. But yeah, I would just say like just cut up a zucchini, freeze it, and just put like a few chunks in your smoothie, you know, and see how you feel about it, and then just put more and more if you feel like doing that. It makes me want to make like a blend of veggies, like just cut a bunch of veggies really small, veggies that would be good in a smoothie, like zucchini, spinach, carrot, other things, you know, and then just put a handful of that in my smoothies, because I like carrots in smoothies too. Anyways, okay. Okay, I also have some strawberries that, like I said, are also from my mom. So I don't know how long they've been sitting in here. I just also threw a paper towel in there until I could get to them. They look okay, but they're definitely very moist and getting softer. So I'm just gonna freeze them. Honestly, lately I've been just like, are you concerned about something? Just freeze it. If you think you may or may not use the rest of this item, just freeze it. But also, I don't really have the freezer space for living like that. When I have a house, like the first thing I'm gonna do is get an extra freezer. Cause like, oh my god, I just saw this TikTok of this freezer that I wish I could have so bad. Honestly, it wasn't even that much money. Not that I have any money to spend on a giant freezer right now, but it had like drawers and you could remove the drawers. I was like, are you kidding me? I could like categorize them. It'd be so nice. Strawberries. I know you can eat the greens of the strawberries, but I always like don't get to them before they get all like crusty and stuff. So then I'm like, okay, maybe I can eat them, but do I want to, you know? Also, what do they taste like? I just imagine they wouldn't taste good. So, I don't know. If you had like really good strawberries, the strawberries would like mask the flavor of them, but I received these mushrooms a while ago. My mom didn't want them and I never opened them, never acknowledged them, never looked at them. So I'm a bit scared. They look okay though. Honestly, they feel relatively dry and not slimy. Mushrooms are so hard because they always feel kind of gross, you know? I think they're good though. They seem okay. I'm gonna rinse them off. I know everyone like hates rinsing mushrooms. Everyone gets upset about that, but like I'd rather do that and introduce some water into my sponges of mushroom than have to wipe them all off individually. Hello everyone. Right now I got some spaghetti cooking right here. When was the last time I made spaghetti? I have no clue. Feels like forever. Like seriously, why don't I make pasta anymore? Especially in bulk, like that's the best thing to just have when you're like hungry and you're like, oh my god, I have pasta leftovers. It's the best. For my protein, my thing with pasta is always like I can't just, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You could throw beans on your spaghetti. Like I literally don't care at all. Honestly, like just keep on girl bossing. You want to put pinto beans on your spaghetti? Like I don't even care at all. Like slay and keep girl bossing. But it's not, you know, it's not like with rice. I would just like throw tofu on there, like throw beans on there, and everything is right, you know. But like with pasta, there's not as many like common accessible like protein options. Anyways, I have this stuff that I got from Grocery Outlet like so long ago, and I just never made. Oh, well, it expired, but I don't care. Personally, it expired in May, but you know, it's like a pantry ingredient. So this is like a TVP thing. Oh shit, it is pretty mosquito. Oh, it smells like chili. I'm just gonna do it anyways. The only two flavors they had when I got this was this classic mesquite and country breakfast, and I always just want to use it for pasta because it's just something that I'm not gonna make chili. Like, no offense, I don't really make chili. I mean, I like chili. Chili's fine. But yeah, so I thought it wouldn't be that like flavored, but it smells super mesquite-y. I don't even know what that is. It smells very like smoky, but I feel like it's fine. I feel like I could get away with it. So I'm gonna do it. Oh, I see. I was like, there's not even like that much seasoning in it, but it's all in the bottom. So I'm gonna try to scoop some of this out. And is this like really silly and dumb? Yes. But I'm just telling you, like, I've had this for so long and I keep saying like, one of these days I'll make a chili, you know, but then I don't ever make a chili, and I don't have any interest in making a chili anytime soon. So there'll just be like a little bit of chili flavor in there, paprika and whatnot. It's fine. I got most of the seasoning out though. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know, we'll see. Doesn't matter. I just want to try it, and I want pasta, okay? So you need a cup of hot water. I'm gonna put about that in here. Okay, so yeah, this is just like TVP, which also I should eat TVP more because it's pretty cool. Easy, like perishable protein option. Okay, so yeah. After putting the water in it, it smells even more mesquite, smoky, paprika-y. But you know, we already did what we did, so we can't turn back. Straining the noodles. Okay, so how was I gonna do this again? I don't remember. I'm gonna grab my oil, and I'm putting a lot. And I said I was gonna freeze these onions, but then I realized that I want to use them tonight, so I'm just putting those in there. Onions, and I'm gonna put my mushrooms and zucchini that I cut up earlier in here. I'm gonna put the meat first. Oopsie doopsie. I'm putting garlic in there. Whoa, she's really toasting. I want to know how much fat is in here. Okay, so there's like no fat, so I'm gonna add more because I feel like it needs some fat. Okay, and I think what would be best is probably if I like cooked this and then removed it and then cooked my other things, but I don't want to, so I'm just gonna put everything in right now and just saute it all. And this is in a paper towel because it was in a paper towel, so I used the paper towel. So don't judge me. I'm adding some salt to get the moisture out of the vegetables. You know what? I also just realized I don't think I really have enough pasta sauce for all this. This is why you shouldn't wait till you're hungry to start cooking. I think that's where all my problems come from. Okay, let's put in some crushed red pepper, some oregano, dried basil, pepper. I mean, it looks meaty. It looks like a meat type food. My meat, zook, and mush. Meat, zook, mush. Okay, I'm gonna get a bit of it and try it now for you today. Okay, it doesn't taste very chili-y. So you can have, there is that like smokier flavor, I guess, but it's not like weird. I think it'll be fine. It's good. I mean, the mushroom is definitely adding a lot of flavor too. Okay, let's add this water. Pasta water. Don't evaporate! Don't evaporate so quickly! You know what? I'll be honest. I will be honest. I get why you save the pasta water, you know, obviously, because, you know, the starch from the pasta makes the sauce like creamier and thicker or whatever. But is it that different from just adding some like cornstarch to the sauce? I'm just simply asking. I'm wondering right now. Like, does it make that much of a difference if you forgot the pasta water and you just added like some cornstarch. Let me know down in the comments below. Again, I am simply asking. Maple! Fun fact, Chihuahuas love spaghetti. Can you see her? Make sure you can be seen in the camera, Maple. You have to make sure you can be seen in the camera. Maple, come over here. Come on, Maple. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Get it, rip it, rip it, rip it. Why are you trying to get it up there? I wasn't really planning to do anything amazing today. I just wanted to use my leftover sauce, my zucchini, and my mushrooms, and use this protein stuff. Should I just... What do you guys think? All of it? What do you guys think? All of it? Or not all of it? I think all of it. We will find out if that's a good idea in a moment. In the meantime, oopsie doopsie, am I right, ladies? Should I have done this? I don't know. It's maybe not enough space in the pot. It's getting a little messy. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna flip it and reverse it. Scratch that, reverse it. Whatever fucking Timothy Chalamet said. Have you ever seen someone take noodles out of the pan and put them back in the colander? You're welcome for a new experience. Dare I say, it might still be too many noodles. Spaghetti. Is it more like a bolognese? 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 Ballin'? Yays. That's funny, isn't it? Okay. Yum! Okay. That's my dinner, everyone. Yay! The meat. Let's think about it. You know, there is a smoky flavor to it. Sure, it would have been good in chili. The texture is like fine. It's not super like meat, I guess, because it's like really juicy, but I like it. So like, I think it's not as like chewy as like Beyond Meat would be, you know, but I don't mind it at all. I like it. And like a true stereotypical vegan, I did decide to add a little bit of nutritional yeast to my spaghetti for some B vitamins and whatnot. And that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you eat something really great today. If you want to check out Ana Luisa and get any jewelry for yourself, make sure you click the link in the description and use my code ewing20 to get 20% off. And see you in the next video. In the meantime, you can click the bell for notifications, I guess, and subscribe and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I have a Patreon now. There's bonus videos on there in the $5 tier once a month.